So an asteroid the size of a 50-story skyscraper zooming by Earth today. But is it just an ice scraper size asteroid? Is it the Oumuamua? That's what I'm thinking. I think it's the Oumuamua. That's what I'm thinking, you all. Let me put this right here. So let's look at this. I'm going to read the description. Hello, Applebrook's honey. Let's look at this, you all. I put this in the description. It's a 433-foot asteroid, which is like the size of a 50-story building. Let me come over to my channel and look at this. Is this an Oumuamua? For example, it has a cylindrical shape. An Oumuamua is cylindrical. Okay, you can see the description right here. But this space rock, they say, has made several closest approaches to Earth. The one that's coming today, the asteroid 2022 KY4. Most recently, it was in 1959 and 1948, you all. 1948. They say the asteroid won't make another close approach to our planet until May of 2048, as according to calculations. But 1947, as you can see right here, was when Admiral Bryd went to Antarctica and the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. The Roswell incident happened, and this ship shows up around 1948, around that time span, you all. This see, no. And for it to be 433 feet, the size of a 50-story skyscraper, that means it's long. And this Oumuamua ship showed up around 1948. I think there's more to this story than meets the eye. I really, really do. There's bound to be more to this story. Let's look at this, you all. I want to look at the asteroid. See, let me always block this. Let's come right over here. Can you hear me? I hope you can. So is asteroid Oumuamua an alien UFO? This is like from 2018. Why are they talking about that last in 2018? They did not even reference, okay, the last time it showed up. But okay, that's all right, you all. We got this. So this is what they say it looks like. However, you know, isn't it funny that they haven't provided any physical pictures? Why not? Why haven't they showed the actual photo of this 50-story asteroid that they say right here? Let me flip over to this, you all. This 50-story asteroid. You see, this is another artist's rendition. Asteroid 2022 KY4 thankfully will miss our planet by a few million miles, you all. A few million miles. Let's look at this, because I think we're going to go somewhere. That's what they got, like a little chunk of a rock. Okay. So, an asteroid the size of a 50-story skyscraper will zoom past Earth on July the 17th, which just so happens to be today, making its closest approach to our planet in nearly 100 years. The meaty space rock dubbed 2022 KY4 will safely miss Earth by about 3.8 million miles, 6.1 million kilometers, or more than 16 times the average distance between Earth and the Moon, according to NASA. This is considerably farther afield than the asteroid 2022 NF, which comes about 56,000 miles. Okay, so now look at this. Asteroid 2022 KY4 is about 290 feet in diameter, and its widest visible point is traveling at an estimated 16,900 miles per hour. Okay, so why would they say that 290 feet is the size of a 50-story skyscraper? Okay, so I wanted to see what a 50-story skyscraper was. This is a 49-story skyscraper right here. So it's close enough. It's 50 whatever. I also, let's type in how tall is a 50-story skyscraper. How long is it? Okay, a 50-story skyscraper is, look at this, you all. Now look at this. A 50-story building will be somewhere between 450 and 700 feet tall, depending on factors. So how can they safely say that this asteroid is about the size of a 50-story building? And in this article, they say that it is, let's see as they say, around the size of a 50-story skyscraper. Well, how tall did they say it was, you all? 290 feet? No. It's no. No, it can be up to 700 feet in length, you all. It's between 450 and 750 or 700 feet. Okay, that's all right. Now let's go read the rest of this without looking any further into it, you all. We can do it. So, this space rock, here's where we're going to get to the best part right here. Let me make sure I'm right here. You are going to push that button. You all push that button. Push that like button. The space rock has made several close approaches to Earth before, most recently in 1959 and 1948. The asteroid won't make another close approach to our planet until maybe May of 2048. NASA and other space agencies closely monitor thousands of near-Earth objects like this one, even if an asteroid's trajectory puts it millions of miles from our planet. There's an extremely slim chance that the asteroid's orbit could shift slightly after interacting with the gravity of a larger object, such as a planet. Even such a tiny shift could potentially put an asteroid on a collision course with Earth on a future flyby. As such, the agencies take planetary defense very seriously. They take defending our planet very, very seriously, even from space rocks with it could be the Oumuamua Ship. So they've got this double asteroid redirection test dart that will slam directly into the 525-foot asteroid Dimorphos in autumn of 2022. So they're already going to slam right into a 520-foot asteroid in 2022. But it won't destroy the asteroid, but it may change the space rocks into orbit. So we got a blank screen. So this is the author, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon, honey. Yes, so they got this, a skyscraper. The last time it was around was that. I'm going to copy this, put this in here so you will know exactly where we went to, you all, because I think it's the Oumuamua. I really do think it's that Oumuamua ship. Since it was making a timestamp, I got to put, let's close out that one. Since it made its trajectory, it happened in 1948. But let's look at this. When astronomers spotted a bizarre cigar-shaped asteroid floating through the heavens earlier this year, they immediately launched a bid to find out if it was an alien origin. Now the latest results, a scan for signs of that asteroid, Oumuamua, was built by an extraterrestrial civilization. It has been released. The strange object is twice as big as the Gherkin skyscraper, stretching about 400 meters long. That's getting pretty close to this right here, a 50-story building, which is 450 to 700 feet tall. So we've got this asteroid, which, as we saw in the article before this one right here, they only said it was like around 260 feet long, but they described it as being as tall as a 50-story building. So I wanted to see how tall it was, and they say, based on several factors, 450 to 700 feet tall is the average. Okay, right there, you are 433 feet. So yeah, you are. A 22-story building would roughly be 220 feet tall, you all. That's right. That's right. We got it. So let's look at this. The Oumuamua. Sounds Hawaiian. It really does, but that's okay. It sounds that's all right looking at it. So, it's in our space system. Its discovery sparked claims that it could be an alien reconnaissance craft zooming through the galaxy on a mission to seek our life and civilizations. So, sadly, the theory was scotched because the rock appeared to be tumbling through space, which meant it's either natural in origin or it's just a spaceship with a broken down engine. You all come on. No, it's not, you all. It's not. So look at this. So, oh my goodness. So look at this. So this is how tall they got this looking like it's supposed to be. As tall as this right here. Taller than the Eiffel Tower. So there is a spaceship out there called the Oumuamua, and they just dismiss it as an asteroid. No, and by the way, it's rainy here today. It's going to rain all day long here today, and I wonder what your skies are like around where you live. Do you have clear visibility? If you were to look up in the sky and try to catch a glimpse of this asteroid that's like zooming by. Do you have any clear visibility, you all? Because I would be curious. I don't got it. I'm going to literally, it's going to rain all day long. They already made up their mind. They changed the forecast and made up their mind. It's going to rain all day today. So we've got this right here. Earlier, Harvard University, an astrophysicist. Let me do this. I'm reading this astrophysicist, you all. Let me put this over here in the live stream. Yeah, I think it's a ship. I don't think it's an asteroid. I really do not. Why you want to keep tabs, and why do you want to specifically mention that this asteroid made its last rounds in 1959 and specifically 1948? You're really keeping a close tab on that asteroid because it's not just a normal asteroid. I think it's a ship, the Oumuamua ship, and it's just like up there all the time. But maybe they want to bring it into I don't know, bring it back into the news again or something. I'm not supposed to be right here, you all, but I'll put this link here since I did a search on it. Put it in here is what I think I will do. I'll just put it right here if y'all just tuning in. I just like to document. I like to document every single site that we visit. Even if it's talking about how tall is a 50-story building, we need to know. We really do need to know. So let's come back to me. I'm going to come back over here. Let's read this is Asteroid Oumuamua. Earlier this year, they had to get Harvard University astrophysicists in it. There's a small chance, excuse me, let me get this straight. Had to get a drink of water, and my cup was empty. I filled it back up. So there's a small chance that the asteroid could finally reveal whether humanity is alone in the universe. Perhaps the aliens have a mothership that travels fast and releases baby spacecraft that freely fall into the planetary systems on a reconnaissance mission. Why do we have an astrophysicist hypothesizing and giving certain scenarios, you all? Giving certain scenarios about a mothership that travels fast and releases baby spacecraft into planetary systems on reconnaissance missions. Why would they do that? In such case, we might be able to intercept a communication signal between the different spacecrafts. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are they hearing signals from space, you all? Are they? I think they might be. I really think they might be. We just got to go check it out. And we do. We got to check it out. We can do it. We're going to do it. We are going to do it. You all, come on now. Let's look at this. NASA is seeing new space race for aliens. They detect radio heartbeats coming from space. NASA is puzzled by mysterious signals from Voyager space probe. Why are they puzzled by it, you all? Why are they? But wait a minute. So they just said that perhaps the aliens have a mothership that travels fast and releases baby spacecraft that freely fly into a planetary systems on a reconnaissance mission. This astrophysicist telling Scientific American, in such case, we might be able to intercept a communication signal between the different spacecraft. Let's listen to the signals. Let's put this search on here. We looked at it. I want to see that, you all. We're just winging it. We're just winging it. We're going with the flow on this big old. We're surfing the waves of the internet. That's what we're going to do. Surf those waves. Let's look at this. They're studying disruption from space. Is what they did. They did it in 2019, 2020. Space communications, things you need to know. Okay, so look at this. Hubble. NASA's Hubble pinpoints location of mysterious signals. We got to find out where it's coming from, you all. We got to do it. So NASA's Hubble pinpoints location of mysterious radio signals from deep space. The long arms of spiral galaxies seem like a good place to find the unusual energetic radio signals. And you can see how it works. They just beam out signals. Oh, this looks like the observatories in Hawaii. You think it's the observatories in Hawaii? It could be. You all, I'm going to put this in here too because we can. We want to look at it. We want to look at different angles to try to see if we can piece together something about this. And if you're just tuning in, they say that this asteroid that's coming here today is 50 stories high, but 50 stories is anywhere between 400 and 700 feet. And according to this article, a Metro CO, did I come over here and paste that? Metro, it's like, I don't know how long it was. I can't remember. But they're talking about it being on a reconnaissance flight. They're looking about reconnaissance flights. We're supposed to be reading this, you all. Sorry, I got myself distracted. They're looking for signals for the past decade. They've been inching closer. What is the origin of a mysterious high-energy radio signals that ping Earth and then, more often than not, they vanish without a trace? All sorts of theories have been purposed to explain these fast radio bursts. Aliens, because of course, exotic physics, extremely magnetized stars. There's a laundry list of potential explanations. This is what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to come over here, you all. I got myself sidetracked and post this in here, you all, because they got it going. They really got it going. Oh, did I do that? I'm going to see if I did. I think I did, and I didn't even realize it. No, that's a double, you all. I want to cancel that. Okay, I can't remember because I did something and got distracted. In November of 2020, a suit of papers in the journal Nature announced the discovery of the first FRB emanating from our home galaxy, and the detection implicated magnetars, an unusual type of a dead star, as the cause of a millisecond burst. However, the connection has yet to be definitively proven, so astronomers keep on searching. And in a new paper in the Astrophysical Journal, observations with NASA's workhorse Hubble Space Telescope helped researchers pinpoint the location of 5 signals to the spiral arms of distant galaxies. They looked at 8 of them, which were first detected in 2019. Wait a minute, you all. Wait a minute. So, our world, let me do this. Our world began to change in, was it 2019? Our world did. All of a sudden, enormous change came to our planet. It did. And it just kept snowballing and snowballing, and it's still snowballing. Okay. So they first detected these in 2019 and 2020, but the locations of 3 of them remain enigmatic. This is the first high-resolution view of population of FRBs, says Alexandra, an astrophysicist at the University of California, the lead author of this paper. NASA's Hubble was a critical component in the search. FRBs pinged Earth-based detectors like the Australian Square Kilometry Array Pathfinder, which allows them to be tracked to a region of the sky. Further imaging of that region might uncover a galaxy there, but there are only tiny points of light. And when Hubble steps in, the resolution is increased enough to study the features of the galaxies. In this case, Hubble either confirmed the presence of a spiral arm in the galaxies, or they uncovered a spiral structure that we had not been able to see before, said Wen-Fai Fong, an astrophysicist at the Northwestern University and the co-author of this study. The study helps refine our understanding of these unusual energetic outbursts and rule out some possible sources. The galaxies that many of the FRBs have been localized are massive. They're too massive and relatively young and still forming stars, but the spiral arms of a galaxy don't typically house huge numbers of the youngest stars. So they got this right here, finding them right there. You can see right here, they merging up 2 stars. Oh, no. They're not caused by the neutron star mergers, which could take billions of years, but that's okay. They don't rule out one of the leading theories, that they might be magnetars. So look at this. Fast radio bursts have been tracked to the spiral arms of distant galaxies. There's a possibility that the ones that are detected on Earth are caused by something other than the magnetars. But the evidence seems to be stacking up in favor with each new study. Not many of the FRBs have been traced back to their home galaxies. Some bursts have been known to repeat, which has helped Astro Sherlocks get a lock on their location, while others just flare to life, leaving only a ghost signal and requiring extra detective work. There are a lot of intricacies to explore, you all. So they've got this. What are they? They are being traced to an unexpected location, and they're tracing them, you all, an unexpected location. And yeah, our world, it started changing super, super fast. Our world got turned upside down in 2019. It did. Totally like upside down is what happened. Totally. In 2019, it turned. So that's interesting, that type of article right there, you all. To see that. Gina, what are you doing? I'm just messing with this thing right here. I'm getting myself sidetracked. I really am. I don't mean to be, but I shouldn't have messed with my thing right here. It's supposed to be in between these 2 buildings, and I played around with it and kind of messed it up. That's all right. Let me put myself right here on here. It's a little bit of a break. Let me put it back here, you all. So they got this mysterious signal, and I think I've already did this. The 50-story building is that tall, but this is what was interesting. They're talking about this Oumuamua right here. Let's get back to the Oumuamua. They called it a space rock, but they're theorizing it's this is just an artist drawing this. You know that NASA has excellent means to take high quality photos. These telescopes around the world, they can literally zoom up, and you know they know what that looks like. They know what's lurking out there. And you know they got images of it. Why aren't they sharing the real images? Why do we got to rely on the artists to draw something that they told them, hey, well, can you just draw a big old space rock that's like 50-story, look like a 50-story building and stuff, and make it look like a meteorite stretched out into a space rock? And then, well, just give it the name, the Oumuamua? No. Give us the images. And they call it a bizarre cigar-shaped asteroid floating, but they didn't give us the real pictures. They didn't, you all. So that's how big this one is right here. It could be anywhere from 400 to 700 feet, because that's how tall a 50-story building is. 400 to 700 feet. So Oumuamua. This physicist, Avi Loeb from Harvard University, thinks there's a chance this could finally reveal that humanity, whether it's alone or not. And he says perhaps aliens have a mothership that travels fast and it releases the baby spacecrafts. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's releasing baby spacecrafts that freely fall into planetary systems on a reconnaissance mission. And in such case, we might be able to intercept a communication. So because he said perhaps the mothership it travels fast and releases baby spacecraft that fall in these systems. You know what I want to do? We're going to go look at something, you all, because now that's triggered something else. It has. Wait a minute. I used the wrong counter. I used the wrong thing when Science Channel did a documentary. It was a cool movie if aliens invaded the Earth. That's what they did in their movie. We're going to go straight here to this split screen right here. And this is what they showed. I did a YouTube video on here. If aliens invaded the Earth, they used this ship right here. And it dropped it released these baby spacecraft that freely fell into the planetary systems. You should go watch it because it was on the Science Channel. And when they landed to Earth, you know what they were? And here's what it looked like right here. Look at this. This is the ship they showed, and it was released in 2018 right here. This one right here. If aliens invaded the Earth. And it released these little, let's see what word he used, baby spacecraft that fell into the planetary system. It did, right here. They fell on the Earth, and they were in this shape right here. The Science Channel. This is what they look like when they fell onto the Earth, you all. They fell everywhere onto the Earth. And they did 2 documentaries on it right there. We can see this, discovery.com. Let's do this. I'm just going to do this, you all. I'll just put this in here because I'm going to have to document it all to keep on tab of this. They actually did. They showed that. The Invasion world premieres March the 5th at 10 p.m. The Offspring, the world premieres. These 2 episodes of alien encounters begin when the first 2 episodes left off. A swarm of alien spacecraft hover over the Earth's atmosphere, and they suddenly deposit thousands of mysterious capsules on the surface. And the mothership floats ominously silent in Earth's orbit. The capsules begin to split and multiply as humans scramble to respond to the extraterrestrial presence. Will the humans panic in fear or show restraint? How will the humans understand the aliens' motive if there is no common language or technology? And then what happens when mankind sends an ambassador shuttle to the mothership? Through cutting-edge science and dramatic science fiction, Alien Encounters examines these questions. So that's what it looks like. They come to the Earth like that. The people are standing outside looking up at the sky. And you got these people going around in their suits. And they attach themselves to the people, and they can't get them off the people, you all. They can't. It's like literally stuck to them. They have to pull them off, and it's so hard. They can't even dissect it. It's made of something that is so hard. And that's what it looks like right there, you all. It does. I'm telling you, it does. So why are you talking about Avi Loeb? Why are you saying that you want to, maybe this asteroid could finally reveal whether humanity is alone in the universe? Why are you saying perhaps the aliens have a mothership that travels fast and releases the baby spacecraft that fall freely into our planetary systems on a reconnaissance mission? And maybe why did you say why we might be able to intercept a communication signal between the spacecraft, you all? And the last time that spacecraft was there was in 1959, 1948. The Oumuamua, 1959, 1948. And they're hypothesizing that maybe it's a ship or something like that. But yeah, you all. Yeah, so you can look at this. You can. Let me just do this. Look, oh my gosh, they got one right here. When aliens attack. What? Did you know that was on the Geographic? I'm going to put this. I've got to put this whole entire search on here because you might want to click into some of these things because I haven't looked at this movie since it came out back in 2018, and I did a documentary on my YouTube channel about it. So I didn't know the National Geographic did something like that. Look. Alien carrier ships descend all around the world. So what are they trying to tell us, really? They're trying to tell us something. They are. Let me put this on me, you all. Let me see if I can come over to my channel and see if I can find something. And, you know, these observatories in Hawaii, they really are. They're looking for, they're keeping an eye on what's up in the sky is what they're doing. And keep your comments coming. If you're commenting, keep them coming. Let me look at this. Some aliens invaded the Earth. Let me just do a search if I can. Aliens invaded the Earth. Okay. Let's see what videos I've done on here. Oh, that's me right here. Okay, look at this. Now, this is what I've documented. Are we over here on my YouTube channel? I think we are. I've documented these ships right here. These right here. I think the ET aliens are here. Oh, Gina, now you've done it. You made the screen too big and you messed it up. You all, this is a touch screen, and I made that enormously humongous. And I just wanted to show those videos, and it just messed up on me. They didn't want me to show it. I'm going to try it again. If the aliens invaded, let's come over here. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not. So this is where we're at. But we know now that a 50-story building is 400 to 700 feet tall. So have ETs, aliens arrived, and that really does kind of look like those ships that was shown. Where is it at? It was on here that we were looking at. They were jagged like this right here. Jagged in the sky. Cloaked black in the sky right there. This is a video I did. You can find it, but you had to do a search. I want to see the one about the, they probably won't show it on here. The Science Channel or something. No, they won't. They won't show it. But there is one on the Science Channel. Let me see if I can get it. Nope. If I find it, I'll put the link in here, you all. Is what I'll do. But there's something going on. There is something going on about these asteroids. And I didn't even make it over here to see if you all have cloudy skies and stuff. I didn't see if you all did. But yeah, according to that article right there, he hypothesized is what happened. Yeah, look at this right here. This, come over here. Look at this top of this building. It's got this right here circle, but then you can see the massive ring around it right there. Totally massive. But this is also what I use, this picture right here. Let me put this in here because I showed it. If I show it, I'm going to share it. And that right there is kind of minute. But we'll put it in there at the very end. So I think that there is something going on. I really do. Something much deeper going on this earth, and they're letting us know. Because our world really did change back in 2019, and that's when they first, I think, heard the radio signals coming from space. And then we got that Oumuamua, and they hypothesizing that it could be you could probably get a massive mothership, and it dropped other smaller ships for reconnaissance missions and stuff. And then the Science Channel with that. If aliens invaded the Earth, you could go to the Science Channel over there, and you could type that in, because it's a really neat movie. It is, because all of a sudden in the one thing they disappear just like that, totally just leave. Yeah. So I think that this is where am I at, you all? Oh, I'm supposed to have this on me. I am so sorry. I think that it is a it's a Oumuamua, and we're not going to get an image of it, even though they can and they will take images of it, but we won't get to see it. Only thing we'll get is if somebody can visualize within their mind what something looks like, and they have to draw it. No real photos, because that's concrete evidence. That's big time data, is what it is. So, yeah, there's a lot going on, you all. A whole lot going on in our world. And I don't know what other people might be saying, what their theory is on this meteorite that's coming. But since it came back in 1948, which is when that stuff happened, 1948. I've talked about 1948 timestamps. See, look at this. The Roswell incident was like in 47. Right here. Look at all of this. All of a sudden you start hearing about the UFOs around that time frame, and then you have like a big mother ship. Look, the search for records on Roswell, the organization which went out of existence in 1948. It might have been an information addressee or any messages leaving Roswell. Early in the month, they ordered a number of UFO cases investigated, and then boom, this thing totally went out of existence. Isn't that strange? Project 1947. Boom, it disappeared. So I am going to go. I'm done talking. I made myself tired. I really did. I made myself a little bit tired on here. But that's okay. It's worth it. Excuse me. It's worth finding a... For those people who don't want me to have a drink of water while I'm on here on the live stream, I'm drinking water. If I need a drink, I'm going to drink it. Yeah, I will. I'll drink that water. So I'm going to go. And thank you so much for tuning in. That's my theory. That's my take on it. A lot of things have been covered in this video if you're just showing up. And It's like clues, little bitty clues, like pieces of a puzzle that we put together. We just went with the big, we just rode the big tidal wave. We surfed the big tidal wave, you all. We did, looking for the information. So I'm going to go. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, moderators. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope to see you later. Love you.